I think we're just, at the tipping point of AI touching the e-commerce space, right? As you're speaking, AI videos, live auctions, those weren't even conversations 6 months ago.
Right.
So I think whatever we speak about today, there's only going to be so much more down the road. And like even looking at TikTok Shop now,
Mhm.
what is the primary way brands are driving revenue and getting sales? It's through
Mhm.
creators. That conversation could very much shift in 6 months from now. And I could be saying, Pete, everyone's doing lives.
Right.
I think, a lot of the big, successful, sophisticated brands like the Mary Ruths of the world are doing live and going live, some brands even 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
But I still don't think we're in a world where that's the norm. And we're also not in a world where the AI creator videos are the norm. And I have no doubt that I will be back here for Velocity Sellers podcast number 3, not to invite myself back. And we're going to be having a very different conversation about AI rather than just creators.
Before we go any further, I think if I check my logs, I think this is 3. I
Is
think
this
we've done
3?
2 before. This is the 3rd one
I
today.
think
I think that's the
you're
case.
totally
'Cause I think
right.
we saw each other at ASGTG, and I said, "Oh, you gotta come back on the podcast," and that was back in, whenever that was, January-ish. Um,
You are
we're
totally
on
right.
3.
Thank goodness you have a good production team who I hope he picks that up, but podcast episode number
With
3,
Jordan.
excited to be back.
Yes. So
Pete, time flies when you're having fun. We have a good
amen.
time.
Amen. It's always a good
Doesn't feel
time.
like a podcast.
Thank you.
Just feels like hanging out.
Thank you, I appreciate that. That's really the goal, is just have this be a discussion, with the lights and cameras and the microphones and all that, but still, at the
I
very
love it.
least, a discussion. Um, but yeah, to kinda get really just to kick us off, how is specifically AI and maybe more specifically your company, how is it transforming the way that brands are driving sales through TikTok and other social platforms? You talked a little bit about live already and AI videos, but, any more specifics on that? And what are maybe the core capabilities that people can use?
Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, our tool is called Yuka AI.
Mhm.
So, AI is definitely in the foundation of the tool itself. And we're utilizing AI to really be able to automate and optimize the experience of selling on TikTok Shop. So, I'll kind of give you 2 scenarios and explain to you what the world is like without Yuka. So, as a brand who wants to sell on TikTok Shop, when you're looking at Amazon, different channels, D2C, ad spend is your driver. You're spending money on ads to see that return on ad spend ultimately. Whereas with TikTok Shop, you're kind of shifting that mindset and have to imagine as creator spend is your ad spend. You're spending money on creators, investing in creators ultimately so that they can drive
Mhm.
sales. So when you're reaching out to creators, it can be a challenging process, right? There's so many brands on TikTok Shop and for however many brands there are selling on TikTok Shop, there are hundreds of thousands of creators, right? So, as a brand selling a product, you need to be able to match with the right creators who are ultimately going to drive sales for your brands. I always say creators see dollar signs, right? As a creator, they want to make money. They know who are the big brands on TikTok Shop, Mary Ruth's, Goalie, Comfort.
Mhm.
They like, oh my God, I want to work for those brands because those brands are going to make me money.
Mhm.
And that's where I see a bit of a trap because the creators who are promoting, Goalie, Mary Ruth's, they have an audience for supplements. But Pete, if you come to me and you're telling me that you're selling kids' toys and you want to use creators who are generating a lot of money, so you're going to use those creators, that's not going to be a good match for you.
Mm.
So we use AI to connect you with the right creators who are actually going to be the right fit for your brand and then to automate that process. So traditionally in a world, Pete, you want to work with creators, you're scrolling through TikTok shop all day long. Who are the right creators for my brand? Let's say you are selling kids'
Mhm.
toys. You need to find creators who are promoting other kids' toys, who have a following of parents, who have a following of teachers, who maybe it's gift giving season. And you need to find the creators who have your audience.